Deadpool swear jar for the first 5 minutes of the movie. Let's see how we did.
Before we say anything, let us start with one thing. Don't take your kids to see this movie!
Oh, comic book hero. Kids are gonna love this!
Jeez, if you want to know why kids swear like sailors, Deadpool! In general, though, the movie, Deadpool, fantastic movie. I loved every bit of it. It was entertaining, funny beyond all reason, good action, held my attention. It was a good movie.
Scott, I generally, we don't see eye to eye on many a thing, but goddamn if Deadpool wasn't one of the best freaking movies I've seen in so long! What was the thing we both said after, like, the minute the movie ended was, we just want to stay in the theater
and watch it again. Just watch. I'm not moving because I know it's a low budget movie. Because I know what Deadpool is. Give me a 7.5 and I'll be happy. We don't rate movies
because we walk in with high expectations and we're setting ourselves up to fail. Then we are telling ourselves we'll be happy if we have a basically good Deadpool movie that we'll be basically happy with, where as long as Deadpool is awesome, as long as we laugh, as long as we have a good time, we'll be happy.
Exactly.
But we got so much more.
So much more.
Okay, so if you've been living under a rock, Deadpool is a comic book, anti-hero movie, origin story of Deadpool, plus a love story, plus just a bunch of awesomeness.
Nutshell. Boom. Right there. That's Deadpool.
So before we start talking about all the type of stuff that we like to talk about in movies, let's talk about the comedy. Let's talk about how freaking funny this movie was.
My version of a nutshell of the comedy is it is meant for adults. Not even a 16-year-old. Even for them, I'm like, oh my God.
A little bit above their head.
A little bit above their head. It is an adult movie, and it is so damn hilarious.
It earned that R.
It earned that R 18 million times over. Hey, where's your offensive zone? We're gonna step way over it, and we're gonna laugh all the way down the yellow brick road.
It wasn't just fourth wall breaks, and it wasn't just dick jokes and being raunchy. There was
a lot of it, though.
It was a lot of it. It was all over. There was also really clever visual comedy. There was also really clever comedy that was set up 3 scenes ago and brought back now.
If you want to look at ridiculousness, this is ridiculous. This is Deadpool. It's so over the top. But if you understand that before you go in, you're gonna have a blasty blast. Blasty. I said blasty blast. Kiss my blasty blast. In the words of Deadpool, kiss my blasty blast upon the black blasty blast. Thank you.
I have a standard for comedy that pisses people off next to me, and I really love. We were laughing. We were so good.
I've heard Yosh laugh at a funny joke. I've never heard Yosh laugh at 2 funny jokes. He laughed the whole dang movie. The whole movie. He's next to me squealing like a little pig. He was just losing it. But knowing the comedy though, also breaking down into characters and development and who they were.
And their relationships. There are 2 great things about character making. When you're making a character and making them interesting and giving them 3 dimensions. And then when you have another 3-dimensional interesting character and then you have them converse and interact, and their relationships is what really works. The characters were, for the most part, we'll talk about my one nitpick, for the most part, fantastic. Their relationships were amazing. If it was his relationship with his girlfriend, which was just, it
was an amazing love story. And honestly, you wouldn't think about it. This is Dead frickin' Pool. You have the relationship between Deadpool and the villain. The relationship between the villain and the girlfriend. You have,
girlfriend?
Well, Deadpool, there's
platonic,
but
something. Who knows? Whatever. That was what was interesting about it.
You didn't know.
And his relationship with his best friend, like Ryan Reynolds and T.J. Miller, the chemistry was so
perfect.
Great. When you have a friend that you can just look at his face and tell him that he's an idiot douchebag asshole, and your friend is like, "I know, man, thanks." Then you know you got a really good friend, and that was the kind of relationship that It was there. It was interesting. I believed them.
Yeah.
I brought up a nitpick. I should bring up the nitpick.
Nitpick.
Colossus is in this movie. He's the Boy Scout, the one that, is supposed to tell Deadpool that you want to be a hero or something. And the role that he plays is great. His character is kind of bland.
Really, he's kind of just brought in out of nowhere. He makes sense being in there, but he's literally just kind of like, hey, Yosh, we're talking about, oh, look, there's a bear? What the hell is this here for?
Yeah,
we're digressing.
We're digressing into something that's really not important.
Exactly. It really is. It's like this big. He's still there, and he grabs a person, he goes, crack. He grabs this, and he goes, boom. He takes Deadpool, and he throws him over. It's so
he's
fun.
bringing up the action. Let's talk about the action. Let's talk about the action. Oh my God. In one action scene, if I'm able to follow everything that's happening, and while you're at it, you also throw these new creative stuff using environments, all of that put together while still being funny. So much creativity and different things that just make you go like, that was awesome.
Really,
that
it really
was so cool. That was amazing.
I mean, there wasn't a single action scene where I felt could have done more. Right in the very beginning. He just does a simple spinny flip over a truck and lands in a somersault. But it was so cool how he did it. He's dodging bullets like, and he lands, he's like, I'm gonna go kill some bad guys. Fourth wall break again.
Now, the reason we didn't start with story like we usually would if we, you know, had a bunch of reviews behind us already, because, you know, we didn't go to see the story.
No.
Take out Deadpool, take out all the humor, take out this really awesome action, and just leave me with the story and how it's told.
Good movie.
Yeah, pretty damn good movie.
Good movie.
I mean, solid, well-told story, a good love story, a good origin story. I'm done with origin stories, but I was engaged. I was interested to know what was going to happen next.
You could have put anybody in the role of Deadpool and his girlfriend in this love scene, and you would have still had the love scene as it's seen, and you still would have gone, oh,
the love story was really good.
The love story was really good.
The love story itself was pretty basic. The characters within the love story were they were just written so well.
And they were over the top. But it was they were both there. They were both there
for each other. I just fell in love with them. I was like, I want to know this couple.
Really?
I want to do stuff with this couple.
You should see this movie if you want to have a damn good time. If you want to laugh, if you want to see action, if you want a well-told story, you want to have a good time at the theater.
If you love Deadpool, the character.
If you love smart-ass comedy, go see Deadpool.
Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. The point is, if you want to see more of this, please subscribe.
And you got the point.
There's this notion that goes around, which is a fair notion, because I mostly hold it to, that the really great movies, the really, really good ones, are dark and serious and less fun. Fun movies are just fun movies, and that's good for them. And my answer to that is that the reason for that is because making a great, fun movie is really hard. Making a movie that's both fun and also really well made and really just a good movie. Engaging. Is really, it's hard to make a great, fun movie. And this was an example for a great, fun movie. I didn't just sit in the theater and finish the movie and I was like, man, I had so much fun. I was like, they took me with them on this journey. I was on this whole thing. This is, I think I'm done with saying how much this movie was great, because it's amazeballs.